got a big plan for today.
Waiting for pairing.
So I was in the shower this morning. That's where all my big brain ideas come from. And I had a thought. I wanted to do something. It seemed kind of lofty, but I think it'll be worth doing. So my intention is I'm going to watch through my last probably 100 videos or so, and I'm going to write out things that I think I did well, things that I like, and things that I think I can improve on, things that I don't particularly like as much. And I'm simply just gonna start from yesterday and then just go back and watch the next 100. And then from there, what I will do is I will kind of sort of read down my list and see if I find anything that's consistent as far as things that I like or things I dislike. Like if I find something that I really, really like that I do often, I gotta keep doing it. And if I find something that I don't like that I repeated over and over again, I need to stop doing it. Because at the end of the day, when you're making videos, you want to make what you enjoy. So if I make things that I like and I'm particularly very proud of, that'll be success to me. I want to make something as good for me as humanly possible. I want to make something that I would feel very happy to watch back and watch back and watch back. It's been, I think, an hour and I'm 10 videos in. Maybe 100 videos was kind of a lot, but I have a pretty good idea as of right now just through the last 10. But there's a couple of consistent points that I disliked, and I really wanted to focus on the dislike because it's hard to be critical of your own videos because you're biased because it's your video. At least in my experience, I have a hard time picking out things that are bad about my own videos. I guess it's a good problem to have because I'd rather be biased towards my own videos than overly critical and then beat myself up over my own criticism. But nonetheless, I want to make sure I'm critical enough in order to have a clear vision of what I think needs to be improved upon. So let me just go through a few of the points that I made, at least some of the consistent themes I felt. I've got a lot, I've written down several things I noticed I wrote down a lot. One of the things, and it kind of is funny because I think I'm doing this now, over-explaining. That's one of the things that I don't like about some of these videos. I have that written down several times. Something I wrote down multiple times as well, but I wrote it down for both categories was diversity of shots. To drive this point home, I'm gonna move the camera every time I say something, because when I wrote it down in the columns of things that I like, it was because I enjoyed the diversity of the shots that I had. And then when I wrote it down for the category of things that I didn't like, it was because I didn't have diverse enough shots in that particular video. And also, to tie into that point, whenever I have this particular shot, and it's like a talking head sequence where I'm driving home the point of a video, if I'm explaining something or whatever, you know, it's typically a bigger hunk, so it gets really boring really fast. At least for me, if I'm watching it, I lose my attention span. Like, I'm sitting here watching it, and I'm like, I've been talking for 30 seconds and I'm like, okay. Which is why not only having a diverse array of shots is important, but also I feel like delivering information in a more interesting way. I just gotta learn how to do that. And then there's one more I want to talk about, and it's something that I only did in a couple of the videos I've watched so far, but I know I do it fairly often, so I wanted to address in this video. I have a really bad habit of assuming the viewer knows what I'm talking about. And by that I mean pretty much I assume that the viewer has seen all my other videos up until that point, so they don't need the context that I should be giving. Because I just assume, oh, you've seen the video before this one. I refer to last video and not provide any other information in case you hadn't seen that. To me, I think that's a little bit disrespectful to the viewer. I'm like, oh, you should have seen this, so you don't get context. No, I think I need to be better. Actually, I know I need to be better. Even if you have seen it, it's not going to be too much explaining, but it's going to be enough explaining to where somebody who hasn't seen the video before or whatever is going to understand. It's gorgeous out here. Another one of the things that I have written down is the hook. In a lot of videos, I have a good hook, and then in a lot of videos, I don't have a good hook. So I gotta make sure I'm doing that, you know, having a good hook every single time. I gotta be consistent, which there's a blanket theme to what these things are that I'm writing down that I would like to change. It's that there's a lot of things that I'm doing that I really like that I'm doing, but I don't do them all the time. So the point is I need to be consistent in doing those things every single time out. I don't think I'm gonna have a ton of time to watch the next 91 videos, but I do want to continue with this project because I think it's gonna be extremely valuable, if anything, to make myself more aware and conscious about the things that I feel that I'm not doing well, or that I need to adjust or to fix. So, I've got a couple ideas as far as what a lesson could be coming out of this video. I think the number one overarching message is no matter what you're doing, no matter how good at it you think you are, or how good at it you are, there's always improvements to be made. The second you stop seeking out knowledge and trying to learn and trying to improve, that's when you stop improving. Obviously, I want to get more views on the channel, monetize the channel, do the channel full time. And I'm confident, 100% confident I will get there. But I don't want to take the growth and the learning for granted. I want to go all in, learn as much as I can, and grow as much as I can while I'm doing it to build a more sustainable channel, to build a more sustainable source of creative outlet and entertainment for you guys. And I think being critical of my own stuff, it has to happen. It has to be a thing that I look at it as unbiased as possible. I want to figure things that aren't good and fix them. But once again, whatever it is you're doing in your life, never stop trying to improve, never stop trying to learn, never stop trying to grow. Because what do they say? Knowledge is power. The more you know and the more you learn, the better you can be at whatever it is you're doing. So when I was writing down my list of things I liked and disliked about my videos, I had a hard time finding things I didn't like about this video right here. So if you're curious to see, check it out and let me know what you think.